It is day 22, really 23, of going live every day, posting every day for 30 days on YouTube. Super exciting stuff. Super exciting stuff. I want to talk about my ADHD meds, and I realized that I've been on my ADHD meds for 6 months now. I started on August 8th of 2025, and it's now February 23rd, 2026. And I've been on my ADHD meds for 6 months. So when I first got on my ADHD meds in August, like immediately I was on 10 mg, which is like the dose that they put you on. The lowest dose is like 5, but they put me on 10 for my first dose, and immediately thoughts silent, mood regulated, emotions like very, very, very balanced, very neutral. Didn't feel overwhelmed. And I was on 10 mg for, I want to say, 2 months. And then after my body got used to the 10 milligrams, I was like, this isn't working for me anymore. So then I bumped up to 15. And being bumped up to 15, like, really put me on laser focus, like laser focus. I was on 15 milligrams for 2 months. Yeah, I was on 15 milligrams for 2 months. So 2 months on 10 milligrams, 2 months on 15 milligrams. 15 milligrams wasn't cutting it. Wasn't cutting it either. I was like, all right, my body's getting too used to this. I can't, I can't. It was doing well for a little bit now. It was. But then it started like wearing off way too soon. Just like with the 10 milligrams, it just started wearing off way too soon. So I was like, I need to up my dose. And my doctor was very hesitant on upping my dose to 20 milligrams because I'm a small human being. And she was a little worried about how it would affect me, and she was hesitant. So she suggested I do the instant release. I have the extended release. Extended release is where it just lasts all day, 12 hours. And instant release is when you take it twice a day, but I don't have that kind of discipline to take meds twice a day because I will forget. I'd rather not. I don't want to deal with that. And instant release is like you take it in the beginning of the day, it wears off, and then you have to take it in the afternoon. And I was like, absolutely not. So she was like, cool, we'll just put you on 20 to see how it goes. I get my checkup tomorrow at 8:15 in the morning. Have to check in with her every 3 months to see how the meds are going and whatever. I haven't really had like a consistent dose. Um, so I'm hoping that this 20 milligrams is going to be a very consistent dose for me. Hoping, fingers crossed, I don't change it because I don't want to go up to 25. I think 30 or maybe 35 is the highest you can go. I think it's 30, and I don't want to go higher than 20. So I'm hoping that 20 is the magic number and it stays that way and it works. So yeah. Um, so let's backtrack before I got on my ADHD meds. So before I got on my ADHD meds, I could not focus. I realized I couldn't focus while I was at this office job that I'm at currently. And I'm like, man, I cannot focus on anything. The ADHD is just not, we're not performing well, and it's really, really affecting my performance. So I was like, I really need to get this checked out. So I decided to go ahead and get this checked out, talk to my doctor, uh, explain to her, like, listen, the other stuff that I was doing, like the whole like meditating, and it just wasn't working. I needed my last resort to get medicated, and so that's what I did. When I first got medicated, literal silence, no thoughts. I felt calm, felt great. And the more I kept taking them, the more I realized, oh, there's the autism. Haha, my ADHD was just covering it up. And so whenever I'm on my ADHD meds, I definitely realize like my autism is at the forefront. Like it's there. It's apparent. It's noticeable. It's whoa, you know? And and the more I up my dose, the more thirstier I would get. Because the only symptom that I would get is being really, really thirsty. It's like having cotton mouth, like just really dry, and you have to chug water. I'm supposed to be drinking 80 ounces of water. Do I stay hydrated? No. Are you supposed to? Yeah. You're supposed to stay hydrated. I don't. And I need to do so much better with just drinking water. I don't drink enough water as it is. And I really need to be drinking water, especially on these medications. Um, oh, the other symptom, side effect, I should say, is heart pounding real fast. Not supposed to be pounding that fast, but that's one of the side effects. So super duper thirsty, but I don't be drinking water when I should be drinking water, and my heart be pounding really, really fast. But the good thing is I can focus on a task like for hours. I can get things done not pretty quickly because the autism takes over, and so the autism is very detailed and want to be detailed and stuff like that. But I'm just like really focused on the details and want to make sure that it's pristine and perfect and like in order from A to Z. But I'm able to focus and I'm not getting distracted by like my phone. But the thing about it is when you're on the meds don't really tell you like, hey, this is what you need to be focusing on. Haha. You have to be in control of that, obviously. So I know this is all over the place, by the way. Meds have worn off at this point. So hopefully all of this is making sense. Yeah. So when I would take the meds, I would be on my phone, and that's the only thing I would focus on. And I realized like why I thought the meds would work. Like why am I still like focusing on my phone? Haha, it's me. It's me. I have to focus on like the task at hand. So I was looking up stuff on Google and on Reddit, and they're like, when the first hour that you take your meds, literally do the very first task that you need to get done at work. And then once you get in that task, the meds should have settled in by now to where you could actually hyper focus on that job task and get it done and then move on to the next thing instead of being on your phone and then you just hyper focusing on your phone when the meds kick in. So there's that. It's helped me a lot with focusing. And but my transitioning, moving from task A to task B, that's still very difficult. What is this? Is like a light. No, I didn't even notice that. When I'm done with task A, it's hard for me to get off of task A to transition to task B. That's one of the things that's still difficult. I already have a really bad habit of staying on one task for too long. So the ADHD meds don't really help with that. I just stay focused on that same task and I'm like, ah, dang it, I need to put this task down and go to a different task because that's definitely been a a challenge for sure. And I have to keep constantly telling myself, okay, you need to get up, go, stop doing this task, or you need to get up and take a break. You haven't taken a break yet. You need to go to the bathroom. You need to drink water. You need to da da da. So that right there, the meds are great for focusing on a task, but it's hard for me to get unfocused from that task on the meds. It's definitely been a lifesaver for sure. I think also too another thing that I've noticed with the higher dosage is that I've been more irritable lately, and also one of the side effects is irritability or like anger or whatever. And I definitely have been more irritable when the halfway point of the day comes in. And I'm just like, ugh, you know? And the good thing about these meds, though, the higher dosage, is that it lasts longer. It doesn't um, wear off in the middle of the day because prior on 15 and 10, they were wearing off in the middle of the day. But with these, the 20, they weren't wearing off in the middle of the day, and it wears off when I start to get home. And then I start feeling tired and sleepy, and then I can get ready for bed. Do I usually get ready for bed once the meds start wearing off? No. Are you supposed to? Yes, because it's supposed to help you sleep better and stuff like that. Um, do the meds cause insomnia? Yes, they do cause insomnia if you take them late, aka 12 p.m. or later. If you take them early in the morning, like 7 a.m., between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m., you're good. You're good. Maybe even 11 a.m., maybe, but like 7 a.m. and 10 a.m., that's the sweet spot because it takes an hour for the meds to kick in. Um, And yeah, these past 6 months of testing out different dosages and seeing what works for me has been very interesting. I'm interested to see how this 20 milligram dosage works the longer I'm on it instead of hopping from one dose after 2 months and another dose after 2 months and another dose after 2 months. Like I said, I really want to stick to this 20 milligram dose of my ADHD meds. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's all I have to say on that. Day 22, really day 23 of posting every day, going live every day on YouTube for 30 days. We are what, like 9 days? There's 9 days left of this. And we haven't missed a day. That is so awesome. That's so cool. That's so cool. Anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow.